So Bill Gates was recently spotted trying durian at Newton Food Center. Let me show you all his reaction.
Is this the first time you try?
Maybe lah. So you can see his face like grimacing a bit.
No, whether you're enjoying or not.
Looks like never enjoy.
Hey, but for an American to try durian for the first time, right? That is a very good reaction.
That's true.
Normally they
They're
like
not totally
Yeah,
repulsed.
it's either left or right. Like you either love it or you hate it.
No. It tastes like a banana and a pineapple.
Okay, but of course he's not here just to try durian lah. That's not the real reason. The real reason is he has plans to set up an office for the Gates Foundation in Singapore. So he met up with some of our leaders, Lawrence Wong, Lee Hsien Loong, Tharman Shanmugaratnam, all. I'm going to show you guys what he said about why he chose Singapore to be the place. Right?
Well, Singapore's very forward-looking, and the depth of knowledge, the technical capability of the government is very high. And so when we talk about how we want to help in this region with health, and they need to do research, you've got top universities here. A lot of family offices for this region, are moving more and more to Singapore. And so as, we're saying to those families, hey, consider, doing more philanthropy, and we'll work with you. So I met with philanthropists from Malaysia, from Indonesia, from Vietnam. We think we can learn additional things by engaging more deeply with these countries. So a lot of people, and a very positive story, quite a bit of economic growth. Africa is probably the toughest place we work. In Asia, it'd be like Yemen or Afghanistan are tough. So a lot of solutions will start here and then move to the rest of the world.
So Singapore is a bit of a hub, I guess, for the region.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. So from this short clip, you can already see that there are 4 main reasons why he wants Singapore. First reason is the government is capable. At least in his own words, technically capable. Second reason, we have a lot of the top unis in the world. And when you have top unis, what they do is a lot of research work. So for his field, he needs a lot of research to be done. So Singapore is perfect for that. One thing he also said was a lot of family officers are coming in. So when family officers come in, there's a lot of cash that they have.
Yeah.
So what are the things that you can use the cash for? Philanthropy is one possible consideration. And the last reason is Singapore seems to be the gateway to the rest of Asia.
Yep.
True.
I unfortunately didn't get the chance to bump into him. I was telling Doreen, alamak, Bill Gates come, I never get to see him.
His cousin went for his talk.
My cousin went for the talk. Apparently there's this closed door fireside chat at Gardens by the Bay. So my cousin was invited through his school, SMU.
You know who or not? Keegan.
So he got a chance to listen to Bill Gates. So I texted him, asked him what was the conversation like and all. And he told me that there were a few things that were discussed, climate change, philanthropy, all this kind of stuff. The thing that stood out to him was Bill Gates said that he wants to leave a dent in the universe while he still can. So he has really big goals lah.
When he go to his small little hut, you know what he brings or not? He brings a basket of books. He just over there is like super like in the forest kind one, and then he just read.
It's a little retreat.
And one thing about this guy is he synthesizes information very well. So he's well read, he reads from a very wide range of topics, and then he puts them together somehow. And when he looks at problems, right, he looks at them through the lens of this very vast knowledge.
Wow.
So a lot of people who have worked with him, right, they say that he always is able to tackle the problem from a different angle. And it also helps in his philanthropic work because sometimes you need to have an out-of-the-box way to address certain issues. So speaking of philanthropic efforts, let me just share with you all the things, or rather most of the things that he has done. Okay, first is he has gone through great lengths to eradicate polio, and he's very close. So 2 out of 3 types of polio have been eradicated. There's 1 more left, and it is expected to be eradicated in about 2 years or so.
It's just the vaccination, right?
Vaccination.
So basically rolling out the vaccination in a global scale. lah.
Yeah. So it has already been done, but they are facing issues in places like Pakistan and Afghanistan. Mainly because there's a lot of terrorism over there. So it's hard to let the volunteers safely go and do it. He has funded a lot of vaccines, which are, some of them are also for COVID-19 and stuff. He's fighting against malaria, against HIV, against AIDS, against tuberculosis and all. He has built toilets and sanitation networks in areas where people die because of improper sanitation.
Wow.
Together, they are leading a sanitation revolution. It can't happen fast enough.
He has invested in farmers in Africa to help them grow their crops better. You're not giving them the fish, you're teaching them how to fish. He has donated billions to improve public education in the US and billions to combat climate change. So this guy, as one human being, right, he has really pushed the boundaries of what human can do.
He for sure already made a dent in the universe.
For sure. And despite all this, there are still a lot of people criticizing.
Why?
For what again?
Never help me, you.
That's the only thing I care about.
Okay, one of the criticism has got to do with his stance on vaccines during COVID-19. So he was pushing for getting patents for the vaccine. And this one is a bit complex because he's looking at it more of what if the next pandemic comes and the next one comes and next one comes. So he's looking at a very long-term idea. Whereas people are looking at right now, the patents are making less people accessible to the vaccines. So more people die now. But he's looking at the long-term effects.
Because with patent, the idea is there. So like a lot of people can have access to the idea.
Yeah. But one concern he had was if you have the patents, you don't know how to administer properly, it leads to more deaths. You don't know how to create the vaccine properly, you don't know how to administer properly, it leads to more death. So one of the reasons he didn't want it to be that way. Another one was, of course, he thought if let's say now patents are not protecting the companies, for the next pandemic they will not be incentivized to create a vaccine. Then this becomes another issue for the next pandemic.
What do you think so far?
Exactly.
This is the long game, son.
Recently, we just experienced the GE, correct? And through that, we managed to see how our politicians are like.
I'm straight. I'm straight. Remember, I'm straight.
I look left, look right. Look left, look right.
I looked at that and I looked at what Bill Gates is doing and I came up with a sort of theory. So I'm going to share this theory with you all. I call this the sphere of sacrifice. Okay, at the core of this sphere, it is level 1. People only care about themselves. They will not sacrifice anything unless it benefits them directly. Okay? Maybe we know some people like that. Do you know anyone like that? At level 2, once you expand the sphere a bit, people care about their family. So they will do things that they don't mind sacrificing for the benefit of the family. One more level bigger than that, the community. So communities can vary, it can be maybe like the extended community within your network, it can be bigger communities, but it is community. And then the next level, at level 4, you have your country. And this is where I feel a lot of our politicians are. Doesn't matter which side. All of them, they are willing to make the sacrifices for the country.
Yeah.
And then at level 5, these are people who care about the world. They will sacrifice whatever it takes for the global benefit of others. And I feel that Bill Gates falls in this sphere, the level 5 sphere. Assuming now you are all level 5 people also. Okay, at maybe later on in life, you all don't need to care about just the basal stuff. You can care about the world. You're willing to give whatever it takes to help the world. You are worth maybe $1 billion, maybe $100 billion, like Bill Gates. Okay. You will make the necessary sacrifices. What is one problem, a global problem, that you will want to solve?
For me, it will be world hunger.
Wow, big task.
I don't know about how those charity say, you give 50 cents, right, you can feed children for a day or something. If I can contribute to the cause or I set up something that is forwarding that cause or pushing the same cause, right, I'll do that also. But it's not to any kids, no. I want to help those
No special.
those really in need one.
Okay.
Like okay, you mentioned your sister is contributing monthly to this. What is it called?
I don't recall, but it's quite common for Singaporeans.
Yeah, some world charity thing lah,
Yeah.
to help feed the kid and they help kids in like Vietnam and all this, right? But it's good to see the kid fed, yeah.
God damn it, I'm not fat.
I always have this thing in my checklist when I was 19 years old. Since until now, I still have the same thought lah. I actually want to build a school in third world country. And how does that help, right? First of all, right, I always believe donation, right? You never know where the money is going to be. Like to which pocket, you will never know. But if let's say I worth this amount of money, right? I would take so much more to build a school. The reason why is because, right, when you help them with education, right, you are actually widen their mind so much more. Once their mind is expanded, right, they will know what they don't know, right? And they also will want to go and know more of things. So they will be more resourceful. Whereas for people who are not so exposed to learning or logic thinking or, all these things, right? Because learning and studying is about expanding ourselves, right? So
They're limited.
yeah, so once you do that, right, let's say they are even in Africa or in whichever country, they're like, maybe I can just do this video, I can create something. So many videos I've watched, right, they don't need to be super good at studies or whatever, but that widen their whole horizon to be able to expand.
School changed my life.
Okay, for me also education. Since I'm already at the level 5, right, I can help everybody and I can like build polio vaccine and all this, right. But I increase the general intelligence of the world, and then who knows, right, the next time when I want to find the next vaccine or like to cure the cancer and all this, right, might be in these kids then I have impacted. So if I increase the general intelligence of the world, it will indirectly in the future build this level 5 to even a more...
There can be more participants at level 5.
Yes.
But I know level 1 people also try to put girls to school through college and all. All the strip clubs guys.